try to look positive toward it and try to remember the good memories that we had. But then I don't know, I start doing that and I start getting sad, and it's tough.
Kevin Bennett admits this is the first time he is openly talking about the loss of his late wife, Nicole, outside of his family and counselors.
I still struggle. It could be like just a memory, like I'll go somewhere or hear a song on the radio or something, and then I just start feeling sad again, or then there's always the anger and just a lot of different emotions. But yeah, it's tough. I mean, we have good days. We have good days, and there's just days I'll start thinking about her.
This past September would have marked Kevin and Nicole's 17th wedding anniversary. Their 3 girls, now 13, 11, and 3. But it was 2.5 years ago, the night of June 15th, 2012, that life for the Bennett family turned from picturesque to grim. Nicole, who was working late that night at Bayshore Community Church, would never return home to her loved ones.
I think at first, of course, you're numb. You don't feel a lot. I think we've all kind of been numb, and I think it's, wearing off a little bit. And with faith, you know that you're going to go on.
Mary Bennett, Kevin's mom, now fills a huge support role for her son and her 3 granddaughters.
Can't imagine doing anything else. I love them so much. It is hard at times. I'm 64, and, I didn't know that this was going to be something that wasn't in my retirement plan. But I am so honored to be able to do this for Nicole.
Mary and Kevin asked that we not discuss the details of the upcoming criminal and pending civil trial arising from Nicole's brutal murder, not just for fear that it would influence the outcome of those cases, but also because some details are just too difficult to recount.
Right after it happened, my husband and I went to a counselor, a renowned counselor around here, and he kind of looked at me, and we were talking about Kevin at the time, and he said, I don't even know that I would know how to counsel Kevin. He said, there are so many facets of pain with what happened. It's not just a normal, you lost somebody. I would say it's easier now. I don't think I could have probably gotten through this conversation 2 years ago without just breaking down in tears, and I still cry.
What has helped the family is the continued support of friends, neighbors, and the generosity of strangers. For instance, Mary explained how a retired state trooper gave Kevin the opportunity to purchase the home they are now living in for what he could afford, and even left the furniture in it.
The girls need their own rooms. They each deal with so much. I think we each deal with it in our own way. I've seen the girls each deal with it in their own way, and Kevin, and I worry about all of them every day.
But now that the initial numbness is wearing off, the family is sharing stories about Nicole. Just one step on what they know will still be a long, painful journey ahead.
Nicole and I, the funny thing, we share shoes when she was alive, and these happened to be Nicole's shoes. And we used to talk about it because we both like comfortable shoes. And so sometimes when I put these shoes on, it's like I feel honored that I'm walking in her shoes. And I love these girls more than life, and I love Kevin. And just to be able to do this for her is one day, I think, is when I see her again, that we're going to hug about that.
Meet the Bennett sisters. This is 13-year-old Lauren, 10-year-old Emily, and 3-year-old Allie. Their father, Kevin, says each is a reflection in some way of his late wife, Nicole.
The kindness and just this a ton of stuff. Sometimes I look and, I got to do a double take sometimes, and just, the way their features and sometimes the way they look or something, the way they act, reminds me of her a lot.
Is that hard?
Oh, yeah. Makes me, it's hard because, it makes me miss her. And then, but I'm glad to, to see that, in the girls. But it's hard.
The girls lost their mother when Lauren was 11, Emily was 8, and Allie was just about a year old.
I guess just knowing that she's gone and the anger that's still there, it gets better, but it doesn't go away.
The girls' grandmother, Mary Bennett, admits the oldest knows quite a bit about how her mother was killed, and is just starting to talk about it. Emily keeps journals, which she shares only with her grandmother.
I'm honored that she trusts me enough to share it with me.
I got all the stars on this night. There was a cow.
And then there's Allie, a smart little girl, sweet and playful.
Thank you. I'm trying out.
Allie's such a blessing. Like we were talking earlier, she was their surprise baby, and God knew that we needed that little girl right now. I don't know what we'd do without her, but she's just so easygoing. And
Does she remember her mommy?
anybody that looks anywhere similar to Nicole, she does look. She looks at people like that. So I think she has some kind of memory of her mommy and what she remembers.
Do you tell her about your mom?
Yes.
What do you tell her?
Stories.
Kevin and his mother know this is also a tough responsibility that falls to them as well.
Princess, may we enter? You think we can go in? Allie, don't you get clean room? Allie! What a pretty room, Allie!
After a tour of their house, each of the girls opened up about their mom, their hobbies, their hopes for the future. Lauren loves books and movies, and one of her latest hobbies, cooking, using her mom's recipes.
Yeah, she cooked a lot. She was really good at it.
This is so good.
Her favorite dish?
Probably her quesadillas.
Really? Quesadillas?
Yeah.
I love quesadillas.
She made them really good.
One of Emily's fondest memories of her mom involves baking.
I like the desserts. When we are coming home from the condo from the bus stop, and she said, I have a surprise for you. And Lauren said brownies, and she said, how'd you know? And she said, because your hair smelled like brownies.
I like your decoration.
Emily aspires to be a singer. She already writes her own music.
This is my song.
Are you going to sing something for me? No, I didn't think so. I had to ask.
Both Emily and Lauren love animals, playing softball, and despite all they've been through over the past few years, they both excel at school.
I won this from reading. Oh, and this, I was Student of the Month. They pick one person from your whole grade, and they picked me.
Come such a long way, you know. She would be very, very proud of me.
The wounds are far from healed, and yet it appears more pain is on the way for the Bennett family. They know once the Delaware court system sets a date, it's just a matter of time before they have to come face to face with the devastating details of Nicole Bennett's death and the man accused of killing her. Kevin Bennett tells 47 ABC it will be an extremely difficult time, but he welcomes any form of resolution for his family.
I'm hoping so, you know. I'm hoping that we can be a little bit of closure, you know, that, justice and will prevail, and that, we're hoping. I mean, that's all you can do is hope for closure.
Kevin and his parents tell 47 ABC they would rather not speak about the details of the murder investigation for fear of how it might affect the outcome of the trial. But they say one of the reasons for speaking out now is in the hopes that the media will give them respect and privacy as court proceedings unfold, because dealing with reporters at that time may be too burdensome for the family.
It's difficult to see them hurt. It's difficult to feel their pain. That's what's difficult, not to talk about it, but it breaks my heart because I don't want them to hurt, and I can't do anything about that.
And perhaps even more painful, the prospect of the future after the trial concludes. There will still be birthdays and anniversaries, graduations and weddings, and the reality that all those events will happen without Nicole weighs heavily on this family.
Whether you want to step in and you want to make things right, and I can't make this right, and I'm probably the closest one that knows him, and Kevin won't let you see a lot, but I know the pain he's gone through and is going through still.
Hey, which one I got you? It has all of them on it.
The Bennetts spoke with us just before Valentine's Day. We were there as Kevin and his daughter prepared cards and candies for her friends.
Yep. I think we're okay, and then a holiday will come and we'll fall apart a little bit, but I don't know that it's gotten harder or easier. I think it's just there always, and I don't know that it ever really will. I hope so. I hope in time it does.
But for now, there are so many uncertainties for this family, the surviving victims of a horrible crime. Kevin admits he is no longer working, dealing with this trauma and the trauma of his children.
I was working full-time right after it happened, and I was gone a lot. I wasn't really here for him a whole lot. That was one of my reasons I had to quit that. Really to be here for them right now. It's graduation coming up, you know. And yeah, it's sad she's not going to be here to see her graduate, but you know, it's, you know, we do have, you know, still have family here that'll be there for her, and yeah, just to be come at events like that, yeah.
Everything they've gone through, to me, is just incredible. It shows their strength and shows their mom's strength and what they got from her.
Despite their grief, this family appears ready to move forward. As difficult as it may be, Kevin says that he can, knowing he continues to have the support of friends, family, and even strangers.
You know, I've got family and friends who have been helping me a great deal, and like my mom was saying, with the community, they've just shown great, you know, support over the past years, and that's really helped a whole lot.